Welcome to Lubera, to the Swiss fruit and berry plant producers and breeders. My name is Markus Kobelt, I'm founder and breeder of Lubera. Today I want to talk about our approach to the Zuefos project, the Swiss Fireblight and Fireblight breeding research project. Fireblight breeding at its best. So today my subject is how it was possible to test whole populations crossings of apples against Fireblight. So we found one cross, Resi by Julia, who was high productive for Fireblight tolerance or resistance. So we found therein about 50% of resistant seedlings. And our hypothesis was that it would be possible within this family of varieties, within the children of this cross, bred crosses with parents, crosses within sisters and brothers, to produce again high productive Fireblight resistant populations. And for that we had to test to make crosses, to make populations like we have seen in the greenhouse, in the plastic house before, where you have seen the seedlings, and then to test the whole populations. But how is that possible? If we would have sent one of these seedlings to Gardenvideo for the Fireblight test, the seedling would be destroyed because it can't be used afterwards again, because Fireblight is too dangerous, and all the plants within this high security greenhouse have to be destroyed after testing. So what did we do? We made out of one of the seedlings you have seen in the greenhouse 6 plants. So we took the wood and we made 6 winter graftings. Winter graftings you see here, we took a rootstock like this and we grafted a little bit of wood of one seedling on it, and we did this process 6 times per seedling, per plant. With this method we had afterwards not one plant, we had 6 genetical identical plants, the same genetics. And then we sent 4 of these plants to Gardenvideo, to Mr. Richter for testing, so to have almost secure results. And 2 of these plants we planted here. So you see these 2 and this 2 and this 2. And every 2 have labels where you see the cross and a number. So this is the cross and this is the number. So for example, this was a cross between Galmac and 7006. 7006 is a resistant variety of our breeding, and Galmac is susceptible, and so we wanted to combine both to see if the some of these outcomes of Resi by Julia crossed with susceptible varieties would also be more productive than normal crosses. And now, in these days, we are becoming the results from Mr. Richter. So Mr. Richter says us this number and that number is resistant and this number is susceptible. This number has only 2% of damaged branches, of the whole length of a branch, and that variety has 100% damaged. It's very susceptible. And so with this data we can go in the field in autumn and we can dig out only the ones which are interesting, which are high tolerant or resistant. And then we can plant these 2 plants into the fruit selection field, and in 2 and 3 years we will have fruit to select new varieties for you in the garden and also for the professional fruit growing. So with this method we can really fast and without any use of gene technologic methods breeding resistant, Fireblight resistant or high tolerant varieties. So if you have questions about the methods, please ask your questions below in the commentaries and go on enjoying apples.